Acura TLX A-SPEC. When choosing a mid-sized luxury family sedan, you have multiple choices. You can either go with one of the German competitors like BMW 3 Series or Mercedes C-Class, or you can go with something more Japanese like this Acura TLX. Let's take an in-depth look at the Acura TLX. The Acura TLX started selling in 2014 and it was a replacement for the combination of the Acura TL and TSX put together. The Acura TLX was then redesigned in 2018 and is available in a wide variety of trims. There's the base model, there's the tech model, and there's the elite model. All are available with all-wheel drive, and the tech and the elite models are both available with this A-SPEC package, which adds a lot more sporty characteristics in the car, as well as a more sporty driving experience. Moving over to the front, we have these dual LED headlights, and these are found in most Acura models. And there's basically 5 LEDs that go all the way across the front of the car. Along with that, you have LED daytime running lights around there, and LED turn signals. And also these LED fog lights down here. Moving across to the diamond pentagon grille, it's this grille here with a bunch of these cool little pentagons that go all the way across. And they're all different sizes, and they all go towards the Acura emblem. And around here we have this dark aluminum trim that surrounds the grille. Moving over down here, we have lots of piano black plastic that surrounds the bumper of the car, as well as the fog lights. And then moving over to the center here, we have this large Acura grille, which houses the radar for the radar cruise control and automatic emergency braking. And moving down here, we also have this cool little camera here that helps when driving and parking, and it'll help you with seeing what's in front of you. This is the TLX Elite A-SPEC, and it also has single-handed all-wheel drive. This beautiful still night pearl color. Basically what the A-SPEC adds is a lot more sporty exteriors. You have a different grille, a different front bumper, and lots of different trim through, as well as these 19-inch wheels you see here. And they are a dark gray color. Moving down to the side here, we have these running boards that go down the side here, and they're very sporty. They have a more sporty look, and these will only be found on the A-SPEC models of the car. Moving over to the rear, we have these LED taillights here, and this really nice black spoiler. And moving down here, we have more black trim and this rear diffuser, as well as dual exhaust through a 3.5-liter V6. Moving underneath the hood, we have Honda's 3.5-liter V6. And it makes 290 horsepower. Now, you'll find this engine in a lot of other Acura and Honda products like the Ridgeline and the Acura MDX, and it's a very solid and fantastic engine. Stepping up towards your TLX, you have this really nice key here, and it's very heavy and it's very weighted, which is nice. And it doesn't actually look like any of the other Honda keys. The Honda key is slightly different than this, and this one's much nicer. It's much more square and it's way heavier and it feels way more premium. So you have basically this car's remote start. So you have to do to activate that is lock it and then hold on this. And then the car will start right up for you. And all you have to do to turn it off is just push it. And it'll start right off for you. And then you have these different colors. So when you push on the button, this light lights up. And then you have this red light on the right here, which is when the car is turning off. And then the green one when the car starts up. Moving down here, you have your lock, your unlock, your trunk, and then your button for your alarm here too. And basically, all you have to do to open up is put your key in your pocket, and then put your hand behind the car charger, and the mirrors open up. When you lock the car, they fold in, and when you unlock the car, they fold out, and then you can open up right up. First impressions of the Acura TLX's interior, it's very nice. It follows very similar design traits to other Honda and Acura sedans with that two-screen layout, and it has very nice Alcantara and leather seats. Stepping inside the Acura TLX, all you have to do to start it up is simply put your foot on the brake, push the button, 1.5 liter V6 will start up for you. Now turning on the car, let's first take a look at the upper screen. Basically, the upper screen is where you'll be using most of your car-related activities. So it has your navigation up there, as well as your phone controls and your camera controls here, so you can change it. So let's first take a look at the camera. So this car has a 360-degree surround view camera, as well as a front camera and a reversing camera. What's really cool about this system here is it'll also help you park. So simply if you go into this menu here, you can use the twisty knob here to look through and get different guidance. If you're, for example, backing in, you can select this and it'll help you park into your spot. So it'll give you this little warning here where you want to park, and it will assist you with telling you what to do in order to park your car. Moving into the navigation system, it's a pretty standard navigation system. Acura has been using this for a while. It's a little bit of an older looking system. The graphics aren't as good as in some of the newer products, but the system basically works. So if you want to put in your destination, you simply just tap and then you can put in your destination through here, and you can use the little knob to switch between the systems up here. And this touchscreen up here is not a touchscreen, you can only use it through this little dial here. Moving over towards the smartphone system, so through this you can actually use your Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. This is Android Auto, of course, and you can go through here, and this is the first Acura product to, besides the NSX, to have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto built in, which is good. Moving over towards the phone controls, this is just your regular phone controls, and you can look through here and you can do all of your normal things that you'll be doing through Bluetooth, so you can call people, text people through here. Moving over towards this lower screen, you have a basically way to control your audio as well as your climate. So all the climate besides the seat controls can be done through here. So you can put your heat up or lower it through here, and you can use and control your temperature through here. But if you want to put on, for example, your heated seat or cooled seat controls, you go into this menu here and then you can change it through here. So it has heated seats and cooled seats. There's 3 settings for it now. And there's also an auto system. So this car, for example, has it right now on auto, and basically that takes the exterior temperature of the vehicle and basically puts it to what you want. So for example, if it's hot outside right now, it'll be putting the seats on mid-cooled, and that's basically how that works. And you can also control your fan speed through here. You can turn off your fan here and control your defrosters and where you want the air to come out through the system here. Moving over towards the radio system. So simply turn on the audio, you push this button here, and it's good that Honda has given you, or Acura has given you, a knob instead of some of the previous Honda vehicles which don't, and you can control it through here. Moving over towards the actual radio, so you can control it through your presets through here, and this is for the volume. You still have a CD player through here, and you can basically go in here and tune all your systems, and if you want it to play through Bluetooth, for example, or you want it to do satellite radio, it has that capability. Moving down here, we have the basically buttons to control what happens on the up screen there, so you can change it between your camera, your navigation, your phone, your smartphone, or you can go into a settings info menu here, and then you also go into a regular settings for the vehicle through here. Moving down, you also have the brightness control here, and like I already went over, this knob here, which basically controls everything up there. So how it works is simply the enter button in the center here will be basically to select things, and then you can use this to go up and down or side to side on, and you can also twist it too, which is nice. And then you have this big back button here that basically controls the way to go back from where you came from. Moving down here, we have a good place to put your phone and plug it in if you're using the Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, as well as a 12-volt outlet here and a nice little covered area here. Moving down towards the bottom here, you have this really nice fake wood, but it's this gray wood, and it's pretty nice to look at, and it's kind of nice over some of the wood that Acura was using in the past, which looks pretty fake. This stuff here is nice. Around your cup holders, you have this nice chrome trim here as well. You have the ambient lighting that also lights up your cup holders through here, and you also have your transmission selector down here. So it's a little bit of a stranger system. It's all buttons. You have your park, and then you pull back to reverse, neutral, and then drive is this big button here. And it used to have a sport mode as well, but this car now has this button here for dynamic mode, and then on your gauge cluster here, you can switch through that and you can switch which driving mode you want to be in. So there's normal, sport, sport plus, and eco, and when you're in sport plus, it makes the driving the most sporty as possible, so throttle input and suspension will all be put into the most sporty setting as possible. Moving down here, we have the brake hold function and the button to turn off the auto start stop system, which this car has. Moving down to the center console here, so we have the 12-volt outlet as well as a plug for your auxiliary and a good amount of space here. It's not the biggest center console I've seen, but it's pretty decent size. Moving over towards the gauge cluster, so the gauge cluster is really cool, so the gauges actually kind of stick out and pop out to you, and everything else is kind of in the back. So on the left you have your tachometer, on the right you have your speedometer, and then you have your fuel gauge far to the right, and in the center you have this little LCD display that you can change through here, and you can kind of choose different things. So when I put it into different sport modes, that's where it'll appear, as well as your fuel economy and different issues with the car, as well as when you activate your radar cruise control and all of your other safety systems. And now every single Acura TLX does come with the full suite of Acura watch safety systems. Moving over towards the steering wheel, we have on your right here your buttons to change the cruise control, as well as the activation for the radar cruise control and the lane keeping system. And then on the left here you have your heated steering wheel controls, and you have your radio controls on the left here, and then you have paddle shifters on each side of the steering wheel, and your wiper stop and your turn signal stop. The steering wheel is really nice. It's nice leather, and it's definitely heavily bolstered on the sides here. It's not a flat bottom, but it does say A-SPEC on it, and it's a nice looking steering wheel. Moving over towards the left here, we have all your controls to turn off different safety features, as well as open the gas or fuel door and the trunk, and you can turn off your parking sensors here, the traction control, and your automatic emergency braking system through here. Moving over to the door here, we have the controls here for the memory seats. This has two-person memory, and then we have your door handle here, and your mirror controls and window controls down here. Taking a look at the overall interior, the interior is full of this ambient lighting, and it goes all the way on the side dash here. It goes into the cup holders and into the door handles, and it gives the interior a very nice glow to it. And moving over towards the quality aspect, it's nice soft touch up here, and then you have this nice Alcantara, nice padded surface here, as well as a nice leather padded armrest. On the dash here, it's hard touch plastic, and then moving down here, it's still hard touch plastic, and then you have more of this gray wood trim, and then down here, it's actually soft touch plastic onto the glove box. You push that and open, it's damped, it's nice. Moving up top here, you have your sun visors, and you have lots of buttons here to activate the Acura Link system, which will help in case you're in an emergency. You can call them, it's kind of like an OnStar. And then you have your home link system here, so you can open your garage doors, as well as the sunroof controls, which this car has. Taking a look now at the seats. These seats are very nice. They have definitely heavily bolstered leather on the outside, although they're not uncomfortable, but they do grip you in your seat nicely, as well as this Alcantara here, which also helps with gripping you in, and they're very comfortable seats, and they're very nice to sit in, and it gives the car definitely a way more upscale and sporty feel. Let's now take a look at the rear seats. Stepping into the rear seats, it's very comfortable back here. Now, the seat is moved pretty far back, but there's a decent amount of foot space and legroom here as well as plenty of headroom. And moving over towards the left here, we have still nice soft touch materials with the same materials as in the front seat, and you have your window control down here, and the speaker grill. These seats back here are also really good because they're heated. There's a heating setting as well. Also back here we have this armrest, so it folds down. There's two cup holders and a little bit of storage area, and it's a nice place to put your arm. And we have once again these nice seats here with these super nice cushiony headrests back here. And the dark Alcantara, or the dark headliner, has made this rear seat a little bit dark, but I'm sure once you take the window sticker off, the rear seat would be a very nice place to spend time. Moving over towards the trunk now, the Acura TLX puts itself in a weird spot in between the BMW 3 Series and 5 Series, so it has about a similar amount of trunk space. So if we take a look into the trunk now, so it has 14.3 cubic feet of space, which is plenty of enough space, so it's really deep. It's not very wide on the wheel wells, but it is definitely really wide at the front of the trunk. And you can further add to that cargo capacity by simply folding down the seats. by the Acura in the fact that it is a really good car. I always thought that German cars were always the best, but it seems that Acura is really putting the work and makes something that's truly competitive with other cars like the BMW 3 Series and ME4. Once again, thanks to Camco Acura for providing me with this car. It's a wonderful dealership that has an Acura NSX